Hello and welcome to this video on outsourcing. Managers must decide what they want to do with their business. They need to decide what their business is going to do and what functions they're going to outsource. And this could extend to a range of different business functions, from professional services such as do we want to do our accounting ourselves or outsource to another accounting firm, legal and marketing, same kind of thing. It could be product support like call centers. Do we want to have our own call center set up with our own staff hired, or do we want to outsource to an expert in running call centers? Product manufacturing, same kind of thing. Do we want to make all the parts of our product, or do we want to outsource some of the component parts? As businesses make these decisions, we start to think about how vertically integrated they want to be. So how much of their supply chain do they want to control themselves versus how much do they want to outsource to other businesses to get it done? So let's go through an example of outsourcing part of your manufacturing process. So Birdie Maker is a golf club manufacturer, and they currently manufacture 1,000 putters for their golf club sets. So to make these 1,000 putters, they have direct materials, which are worth $5,000, direct labor of $9,000. They've got manufacturing overhead, some of which is variable, for $3,000. They've got the fixed manufacturing overhead of $9,500, and that totals $26,500. So if we divide through by the 1,000 putters, that would work out to be about $26.50 per putter. Okay, so they're making their product for about $26.50 each. If another company offers to sell 1,000 putters to them for $25,000, we need to consider now, do we want to outsource our production to a third party to manufacture this golf club for us? So we know that the total cost is $26,500. Dividing by the 1,000 products would be about $26.50. And this third party Ace Putters are offering to sell it for $25,000. So at an initial glance, it looks like a good deal. We should outsource our production because we could sell it we could get the product made for $25,000 instead of paying $26,500. However, we know that relevant costs need to be considered. So we've got these two alternatives, either make the product ourselves or buy it from someone else. We need to now focus on what are the relevant costs. The manufacturing overhead that is fixed is going to be irrelevant. Because if it's fixed and we can't get rid of it, such as the rent for the manufacturing facility, and we still have to rent that whole manufacturing facility to make all the other golf clubs, it's irrelevant. We have to pay that cost regardless of if we make the clubs ourselves or buy it from Ace Putters. So that means it would be irrelevant. The relevant costs would be the $17,000 of the materials, labor, and variable overhead. So with the information we have thus far, the cost to buy the putter from Ace Putters is $25,000, and the relevant costs, the cost to make, would be the $17,000 variable manufacturing cost, because we're going to ignore the fixed cost because we'll have to pay that regardless of the make or buy decision. We have to be aware that sometimes fixed costs are relevant. That is, sometimes a fixed cost can be changed based on the decision, so sometimes we have to take them into account. So imagine this time that if we don't make putters anymore, we can return one of our machines, and that will save us $5,500 in fixed overhead costs. So the maintenance of the machine, the depreciation, those kind of costs of owning the machine will be removed from our business. So that means that this fixed cost would now be relevant to our decision making. So our relevant costs will be the materials, labor, and variable overhead, as well as the machine that we can return that will save us $5,500. So now the only irrelevant cost is the fixed manufacturing overhead that is going to continue regardless of what decision we make. So now the information we have at hand is that to buy the putters is going to still cost us $25,000, but to make the putters, we think it'll only cost $22,500. So it's still better or cheaper for us to make the putters ourselves and not to outsource here. However, whenever we have an outsourcing decision, we have to consider the qualitative characteristics. The quality of the product might be different. So Ace Putters might make either a better or worse quality putter than us. So we need to take that into account. Maybe it costs a little bit more, but if it's a higher quality product, that could be great for us. The timing, we might lose control of when our products are actually ready. We might need to place orders well in advance, or we might have problems with our supply chain at certain times. So we need to be aware of when we outsource, we lose some control of our supply chain, and when we get our products into inventory, the timing may not be always up to us. And the pricing, of course, the relevant costs need to be considered. Thank you.